What's good? It's your boy, Mike Raider, coming to you with a new video. Finally, Mike Raider has come to YouTube to talk Raiders. I just made a video from my other YouTube channel with this new location, or however you want to call it, my little background. So go check out that video. Hopefully I'll put the link below. It's on my HeyBower channel. It's a lot of good information about what's going on in my life and what I'm doing, and trying to just be a better human being and see a future. Alright, but that's not what we're here for. This is the Raider channel. This is where we go balls deep. We tell our opinions. We say what's up from honesty, from our heart, no matter the consequences. No matter what they're going to say on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, that negative burned black hole of an entity that is Elon Musk created. That place is so damn negative. But we're Raider fans, and let's talk some latest Raider news, because I haven't been able to do a live stream for you guys, a Raider football talk, for a little while. So Antonio Pierce is in hot water, y'all. Well, I would say that's with the Democrats. But Antonio Pierce went on every podcast during the Super Bowl week or two, and he's just with his bravado. He's like, yeah, what's up, Raider? They're done from Compton, we from LA, let's do this. What's up, Raider? Everywhere he go, yeah, Patrick Mahomes, we got Mahomes rules. They had Michael Jordan rules, we got Mahomes rules. That's right, we're going to knock his head off. We're going to get him to the ground. We're going to knock him down. He's hanging out with Max Crosby. Yeah, what's up, Max? That's right, we Raiders. F the Chiefs. F the Broncos, F these people, blah, 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 blah. Some people are telling Antonio Pierce, shut your damn mouth. I ain't that person. I enjoy it. I like what's going on. I like his bravado. But in today's insecure reality, and the people, they freaking out. Not all of them, but there's always a divide, whether it be Raider Nation or reporters for other entities. Now they're clamoring that Antonio Pierce should be looked after or investigated by the NFL for his harsh words on these podcasts versus Patrick Mahomes, saying we need to knock his head off, or they got Patrick Mahomes rules, or whatever else the official quote is. They now want the NFL to investigate him like he's saying something like Bountygate. Like, is this a Bountygate 2.0? So, but you know what's going to happen. I don't care whether they're going to charge him, suspend him games, or whatever for being Antonio Pierce, being the leader of the damn Raiders, the damn Raider swag that has come back. But you know what's honestly going to happen. They are going to be watching the Raiders games this year, and anytime something big hit happens, or this happens, whether it be a bet against Patrick Mahomes or anybody else, these words or phrases are going to come back into the NFL lore, and reporters are going to talk about it, and they're not going to find anything, but he has a history of some allegations of some other stuff that goes against college football or standards or rules. So now they're just propping him up to bring him down. And it's already started. So the narrative on Antonio Pierce, again, was he who didn't have coaching experience. Now it's being, is he too much a celebrity? Is he talking too harshly, in the public's eyes? Because the NFL is trying to get rid of hitting, get rid of, can I say violence? I don't know. The NFL is trying to get rid of most of that stuff. So now the media is making Antonio Pierce to look like he might be headhunting. So there's going to be an instant that's going to happen in football next year where they're going to reference this damn podcast or two or whatever he's been saying. So, but we're OG Raider Nation. So I just hope this isn't another complete offseason full of drama, reports, and ridiculous news and hatred and negativity like we've pretty much had past 20 years where Raider Nation fights each other in every aspect, in every corner. I just hope it's not another offseason like that. I don't think it will be. I'm going to be honest with y'all, I don't think it will be. Why? Because like I said, with getting rid of Josh McDumbbutt, and we got Antonio Pierce, man. Again, whether his bravado or his mouth is getting him in trouble, that's up to you guys. I like it. I appreciate it. I wish I had his confidence. I wish I had his exuberance like that on all those occasions. I'm a Raider legacy guy. I like the little bit of the toughness of the Raiders that I remember. And I like bringing back that LA swag and that real Raider legacy that we all know what it feels like. We know. And he's representing it to the world. And the rest of the world ain't ready for it. They don't understand it. They don't get it. The culture, the clothing, the words, the talking, the memories, the feelings of the food, the cookouts, the tailgates, the people, the familia, you know, they don't get it. That's why they're like, shut your mouth, Antonio. They don't get it. They don't get it. But, you know, if you keep talking in public, you have to back it up. And in my opinion, he's been backing it up. And the players are going to have to continue that type of swag and back him up. But I don't think this is going to be an offseason of much negativity in terms of the broader spectrum or drama. I don't think it will be. I think this is going to be a very, very good, interesting season coming up and offseason. Yes, some stuff is going to have to be made for the NFL draft. And, you know, what are our plans, and are we going to play some tricks and try to get this player? So let's move into that subject going on from the Antonio Pierce podcast, drama or news. Well, they just got finished hiring Marvin Lewis as like a defensive, like assistant coach or an advisor. I don't know the exact term, forgive me guys. And they also hired Joe Philbin from the Dolphins. He was a head coach at one point. He's like an offensive assistant, and they're there to help Antonio Pierce become into his own and give him advice and all that other stuff. And here's the worries and concerns from many people that I've seen online is, you know, whether you like Marvin Lewis or not, or whether you like Joe Philbin or not, and, you know, people are going to need to be hired that cost more money to help Antonio Pierce learn. And why is Mark Davis doing this? Well, let's be honest. He wants him to succeed. Mark Davis wants Antonio Pierce to succeed. Who wouldn't want a man with his bravado, his swag, and his judgment, and the players and everybody, they typically love him. Who would not want a man like that to become the old... I'm not going to say he's the ultimate Raider head coach, but I would like him to work his way up to a lot of wins and victories and changing the culture. Who would not want that? Mark Davis wants that. But he doesn't have offensive knowledge, defensive knowledge, coaching and stuff like that beyond the motivation and maybe the linebackers, forgive me, and a couple of things like that. So Mark Davis is investing in multiple people, because he also got Antonio Pierce, probably 2 years on a cheaper price. We don't know the contract details. I would like to get those. If anybody knows those, let me know down below. But sometimes you have to ask the question, if you need to hire 5 people to help one person, I don't think that's the case. You know what? I'm normally a half-glass empty person. I believe this is going to be good for Antonio Pierce, and I like it. But, you know, what's that song? And I saw a video, I think Murph made it. Too many cooks. Too many cooks. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Too many. Are there too many cooks in the kitchen for Antonio Pierce? I don't know. You guys let me know. Well, we officially hired Luke Getchie. We lost a couple of coaches. Forgive me, I don't have them off the top of my dome. But I believe we hired Cadillac Williams, the ex-running back that used to work with Gruden. I believe Cadillac Williams is now the new running back coach, because I think the other running back coach went to either UCLA or USC or one of these colleges to be a head coach, which is congratulations, my guy. Forgive me, I forget names. I should have it written down. I haven't been so professional lately. Forgive me. I'm doing my best. But yeah, so we're building our staff. And now all the rumors are coming around again about the quarterback situation. And there was I think a news report by one of these reporters that they keep trying to break news every week regarding the Raiders. And, we had the Jimmy Garoppolo news a couple of weeks ago, and we talked about that. And he hasn't been officially released, but that's going to happen probably like on March 3rd or 4th, because that's the official start of the new year. And then we're going to save around $12 million from releasing him. And I would still like to know, if Mark Davis or anybody drugged him. Watch my last video about Jimmy Garoppolo. It didn't do too well. It's only got like 600 views, but guys, check it out. Some interesting theories, guys. And but yeah, we're definitely looking toward a new quarterback, and there's all signs point toward the Raiders going after an athletic quarterback, a skill set quarterback with Luke Getsy. And then people are like, I don't want Justin Fields, and he's still on the market. And we don't know what Chicago is doing at I think their number 1 or number 2 pick. They're rumored to be willing to trade it like they did last year. Who did they trade it last year? To Carolina, and then DJ Moore went to Chicago. And they can get a haul. And Justin Fields is going up on his 5th year. So if any team if Justin Fields were to be released or let go, they're going to have to pay upwards of the 25 whatever million that he's going to get in his 5th year. Plus, they'd have to give him a new contract. And him and Luke Getsy, our new offensive coordinator, many people don't think they had a good history together. Because, he got fired and all that. So there was some hearsay back and forth where Justin Fields in a press conference blamed coaching for his head spinning and not playing so great. But again, I still think Justin Fields is a possibility. I mean, I really, really do, guys. Because him and Luke Getsy know each other. Whether they like each other 100% or not, and whether Justin Fields in a press conference or in a podcast said he wants to stay in Chicago, again, Chicago might want to move on and get a cheaper quarterback. But he did progress with Luke Getsy last year. And he was the fall guy for the Chicago Bears coach, Mike Eberflus, I believe his name was. And they got a good history together. Whether they like each other 100% or not, sometimes as a man, you can realize that, dude, he made DJ Moore look pretty decent at many times. And Justin Fields, they started to feel each other for a few games in there last season. They really did. But Luke Getsy likes to run more than pass. And Justin Fields wants to be a passing quarterback more so than a running quarterback, I believe. But still, I could still see it happening is what I'm trying to say. I could still see the Raiders looking out for Justin Fields if he's on the block or whatever. I could really see that happening. And that would help the Raiders no matter what. I don't see the Raiders going after a Kirk Cousins or anybody like that. I believe Luke Getsy, they're either going to get a quarterback in the draft or in free agency that's athletic and skilled, because they just signed, I believe his name is Anthony Brown, Jaden Daniels backup from LSU a couple of years back. They just signed him to start building the offense around that LSU type of stuff with Luke Getsy. So I think we're going athletic quarterback, but we still could pick up Justin Fields. But Mark Davis wants to save money. I'd rather go with a rookie in that case and let him compete it out with Aiden O'Connell. And I spoke about it in a couple videos ago where they're going to probably have two type of offenses, one for like an Aiden O'Connell and then like a Justin Fields or a Jaden Daniels or an athletic quarterback. And they're going to battle it out. That's what it's going to have to be. It's going to be a transitional period. But you're still going to need another whether you draft an athletic skilled quarterback and then you got Aiden O'Connell, you're still going to need a veteran backup. So should that veteran backup be an athletic quarterback? it should be if you draft and move up in the draft to get maybe a Jaden Daniels if you're able to, or one of those quarterbacks. Then a veteran quarterback should come in and also be that bridge quarterback. But you would need a veteran athletic quarterback. Could that be a Justin Fields? It could be somebody else. But again, if you're going to draft an athletically skilled quarterback in that type of an offense, you're going to want to back it up with another veteran quarterback that has the same skill set, because you're drafting a quarterback that early for the future. So you want to have that offense in place for years to come. And I know that'll hinder Aiden O'Connell. But if you're going to not move up in the draft, and if you're going to draft a quarterback that has any skill set in the second, third, fourth round, whatever, then you can get a quarterback, a veteran quarterback, like we can't afford Kirk Cousins, but you get a veteran quarterback that's an in the pocket quarterback. But then, like I said, you draft or you bring in Justin Fields in free agency, and then you have at least 2 in the pocket quarterbacks and 1 athletic quarterback to build a system. But I think they're going to go the athletic quarterback route. To end my phrase, because my brain goes wild, I believe we're going to do our best to move up in the draft. There might be scenarios where we trade Devontae or some other players like that to move up in the draft to try to get Jaden Daniels. And I don't mind that. We're probably going to have to give up 2 or 3 first-round picks and a second or whatever. I don't care. Go all in. You're in Vegas, right? I'm all in. Do what you got to do. Oh, it's going to set the franchise back for 3 years. We've been set back for 20-something years. Who cares? Let's do it. Baby, let's gamble. But again, you have to hedge your bet. So if you go all in, with the next 2 or 3 first-round picks or however that might work, and you get a Jaden Daniels or one of those top 3 quarterbacks, again, I don't know the skill sets. There's a Drake May. I don't know if he's athletic or not. But, that's a conversation. I need to research and do a little more stuff. But if you get an athletic quarterback, you go all in, then you have to back that person up with a veteran that has that same exact skill set. You have to do that. Then you let Aiden O'Connell compete it out for the 3rd string, and whatever happens, happens. That's what you have to do. If you draft a Drake May, if he's an in-the-pocket quarterback, then you got to bring in a veteran quarterback that's athletic. You have to. Then you got to bring in like a Justin Fields, because you want to have both types of offenses, in my opinion, on that roster. Again, we're not the coaches. We can, speculate, and we can make up scenarios in our head for days. It's kind of fun to do. But let me know, you guys, what you think they should do at the quarterback position. I think they should go all in. I don't care if we need to give up 2 or 3 first-round draft picks. There's going to be a lot of rumors that they're going after Justin Fields and this and that. And again, that's to sway other people in the draft. Oh, the Raiders are probably going to get Justin, or whatever. So we can trade our first-round pick or whatever. I don't know. I really do not know. And in my opinion, should they trade Davante Adams? I think I posted a poll on Twitter, and most of you said no, they shouldn't trade Davante Adams to the Jets for picks, because I think the Jets have the 5th or 6th pick in the draft. And Aaron Rodgers possibly wants to be with Davante Adams at the Jets, and they would give up the 5th or 6th pick for Davante. They would. They would figure out a way to do it for Aaron Rodgers' final couple years. That'll be Davante's final couple years. And I don't know if Davante wants to stick around with another rookie quarterback. I think he wants to try to go to a place to win a championship and out. But again, I'm speculating. But I put out that poll, should they trade Davante to the Jets maybe for that 5th round pick? I'd be into it. Or a 6th round pick, or 5th round. I'm sorry, the 5th pick in the 1st round or 6th pick in the 1st round. Whatever pick they have. I love Davante, guys. But that would be an interesting chess move. I don't want it. I love Davante. I'd love him to be here. And I don't mind getting a rookie quarterback and stuff like that with Davante. I don't mind it at all. But there is a scenario where if we have to get those top 3 picks, we got to move up. We got to get some leverage. So instead of giving up 3 first rounders, if we give up Devontae, we get that first rounder at the 5th. Then we can probably give up 1 more first rounder and like a 2nd and a 3rd for the next couple years. Then we move up from 5 to 3 or 2 or 1. Instead of giving out 3 first rounders and maybe a 2nd or a 3rd. The haul will be cheaper to move up if we traded Devontae to the Jets for that pick. That's the scenario, and I'm sticking to it. Guys, is there any other Raider news that I'm thinking about to update you all on? I don't think so. If there's anything else you guys want me to talk about on the next video, hopefully I can do a Raider football talk and talk to you guys like actually on video. It can't be this weekend. I got so much going on. But next week sometime, let's swing for the fences. And I'm thinking about returning Mondays with Mikey and Murph. I got to talk to Murph about it, see if he's available. Because I cannot do it during the season. I just can't do it during the actual football season. But during the off season, the more I think about it, maybe every 2 weeks, maybe we can do a Mondays with Mikey and Murph again. Hopefully my computer still has that type of environment or set location on that program, and hopefully it'll work. But I got to talk to Murph about that. But I've been spitballing, trying to, bring back like at least a weekly or bi-weekly podcast. And I love Murph. They're doing great things. And I'm so proud of everybody. So I got to look into that. But that's what I've been thinking about, guys. I just don't have all the time in the world because I got multiple channels, multiple health issues, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Financial issues. I don't even know if I'm going to live in California much longer. I can't afford it. I need money. But I am doing my best to create ends meet. Thank you guys for all the support, the love, the donations. Let me know your thoughts on everything we talked about today. And if you're still watching this video, in the comment section, write Raiders for life. Raiders for life, baby 3. Write that. Raiders for life, baby 3. And then in a future broadcast, I'll get you guys some merchandise or swag or a Raider rookie card, and I'll hit you up and you'll win a prize. Raiders for life, baby 3. I don't know. Sounded interesting. That way I know you watched to this point. Love you guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. And remember, this is the new Raiders. And I'm proud as heck. And I enjoy this feeling. We got a future, y'all. I'm excited. It's going to be fun to watch this get built. Because again, on all the other times, we were like, I don't know. It's going to be fun to watch this get built. Because we're going to be a part of that. And we helped get it built. Because we basically helped get Josh McDaniels fired. And we also helped getting Antonio Pierce hired. So we're actually a part of this. For the first time in many years, we feel connected. And the other question that everybody, I'll throw this out there. I saw, that's right. People are asking, is Tyree Wilson a bust? I saw that on Twitter. So I'm going to ask you guys this. Is Tyree Wilson a bust? Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll give my answer right now. No, he's not a bust. In my opinion, if he's a productive player in the NFL for at least 3 years, he's not considered a bust. If he's still in the NFL after 3 years, whether it be a backup or not, he's not considered a bust unless he's the top 5 picks, in my opinion. But that would make him an average player, and it would just prove that it was the wrong place to draft him at number 7. But he struggled. He struggled at defensive edge. I don't know whether his skill set, his injuries, whatever you want to blame it, he struggled for many weeks, even after they fired Josh McDumbutt. But then the last 4 or 5 weeks, Patrick Graham and the Raiders moved him to defensive tackle. Then he had a sack or so and started, getting in there. So he might be a defensive tackle, in the next year to come, and he's going to get better. But this year is really important for him, to whether you call him a bust or you don't. This year is really important to find out the truth about Tyree Wilson. Am I excited that they picked him? I am not. I thought it was a bad pick from the jump. Watch my reactions on former videos. Thought with his injury history, I thought it was a bad pick from the jump. And it proved to be that way most of last season. But he's improving a little bit at the defensive tackle position. So I wouldn't call him a bust. I call him let's wait and see. And that's the problem when you want to win. You don't want to wait and see. You want to just win, baby.